It was in that 15-year stretch that God actually started to shape and form and refine David's identity. Let me take you into one of his other writings, Psalm 23. This is arguably his most famous writing of all time. Psalm 23, maybe you got it on a card one time, saw it on the back of your grandma's quilt that she made. How's it go? The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. Go back to the very opening verse of that, verse 1. The Lord is my shepherd. That's an identity statement. Notice David doesn't self-identify as a king, doesn't self-identify as a giant slayer, doesn't even self-identify by his previous occupation. No, he identifies himself as a sheep. The Lord is my shepherd. He places himself under God's hand and under God's care. That was David's identity. How much richer is our identity post-cross? Because it's typically in these in-between seasons that God helps us shed some unhealthy identities. That's certainly been true of my story as I look over my shoulder. For a good portion of my life, I identified myself by what I did. I mean, I can trace this back as early as high school, and it probably even goes back further than that. But when I was in high school and really progressing up the ranks playing hockey, and I moved up north to go play and was getting close to living out the dream, that was my identity. I was a hockey player. That's who I was. And then I got traded, and that identity was like overnight, shed, gone. And so then I go to the next thing, and I hop into the next career pursuit, radio broadcasting. I'm like, okay, that is who I am. And then that one kind of ends, and I end up going into a 12-year period of time where I got put into advertising sales. By the way, sales, something I said I never, ever, 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 ever want to do. But that's exactly where I landed for over a decade. And I can remember sitting there looking out the window of the office, feeling like a part of me had died at one point. As I think back on it now, what if that was the point? What if God was refining something in me that I didn't even know needed refining?